It's okay. Wait, why isn't my mic like silly? I won't play. I hope. Maybe I should. Should I play with it? Wait, if I let me.
issues. And for once, Psyonix actually figured this out before it was released. But regardless, I think we can all agree that a chance to play competitive matches in Rivals Arena is something we all missed out on. Over the past little while, I've had a ton of new
If I'm
viewers checking
speaking,
out the channel.
yeah,
So
you
I just
can.
wanted to take the opportunity to say that if you are enjoying this type of
What?
content, please
Yeah, you
subscribe.
can.
And while you're doing that, let's move on
You can
to number
basically.
5. In September 2016, crates were added to Rocket
Bro,
League.
what?
These cosmetic cases would drop
I feel like the
randomly
mic
in your
is.
games, but in order to receive their contents, you
It
had to
just
spend money.
doesn't work
Keys,
that well.
valued at about $1 each, would award you one of the items from the crate series based on the
How about
numbers
now?
shown here. For a majority of their life, crates featured a slot machine-like
Is it
animation,
good?
often making it seem like you almost got a certain item, when in reality, what you were receiving had already been decided before the animation played. There were over 20 different crates released between 2016 and 2019. These were used to introduce a majority of the new car bodies, wheels, boosts, decals, and goal explosions into the game. But this all happened in December 2019, when crates became blueprints and the Epic item shop was added to Rocket League. Since we still see players asking for crates to come back and blaming Epic's greed on the changes, I wanted to reassure you that this wasn't their choice. Epic has lost several multi-million-dollar lawsuits due to the gambling mechanics found in both Rocket League and Fortnite, and as such, they were basically forced to remove the loot box system. But hey, at least we still had trading, right? This is a change that is still fresh in a lot of players' minds. It has been over 2 years since player-to-player trading was removed from Rocket League. This feature, which arrived at the same time as crates, spawned
Literally
new
wasn't
games, real-time traders,
whatever.
and created a market system based on supply and demand. The general consensus is that we lost trading in order to get rocket racing. But the reality of why this change happened is a little more complicated. While money is definitely at the forefront of these decisions, it's not just about selling items. Trade scams and account hacks have always been a big customer support headache for this game. On top of that, the introduction of cross-game items becomes a lot more complicated when one of those games is able to trade. Regardless, Epic knew how many people actually traded regularly, and went into the decision pretty confident.
Literally, I don't. I was like, wow, this is really good.
At everything that's happened, obviously. Oh, I saw this. By the way,
1 million.
on stream on Iran State TV. Yeah, they're playing his stream on on propaganda TV. Wow. I really don't know what to say. So that makes perfect sense. It really does, doesn't it? It really, really does. I wonder why. That's crazy. What are the odds of that? How could something like that happen? And that should be a war crime? Oh, cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, absolutely. You're so right. And yeah, some of this stuff is just, it's unreal. But anyway, oh, this is the Rumble post. Obviously, Chris, CEO of Rumble, saying that. The Taliban is, oh, actually, let me, there's so many of these things that have happened. It's hard for me to keep up with everything. So, and here's another one. This is in Ohio. Nobody knows how this happened. Look at this. Damn, that's a lot. Have you watched one of the silly women saying no to the policeman in the car? Okay, I will watch that. Give me 1 second. Where the hell did it go? And I got distracted. I clicked the wrong button. Where the hell did this happen? Okay, and this is no. All right, this is it. Let's see it. Here we go.
Oh, that was.
Stop! No, stop, please, I'm scared, stop! Wait, stop, please! Wait, please!
That was a club.
Stop. All right, here's your copy of the citation. As far as the bills, you don't want to take it?
No.
Well, yes,
Give
ma'am,
me
take
my
it because it's your citation.
I don't want it.
That's your citation. That's littering. Step out of the car.
No, don't do that. Fuck off my car.
I don't know what that was.
Bro, the thing is that, like, he had that's littering within, like, 0.1 seconds. Like, he had that pre-fired to begin with. As soon as, like, he said that's littering before that sheet of paper even hit the ground.
Your copy of the citation. As far as the bills, you don't
Worst place to be.
because it's your citation.
I don't want it.
That's your citation. That's littering. Step out of the car.
No, don't do that. Fuck off my car.
Oh, boy. Yep, there it is. Escalating to an arrest over a discarded piece of paper isn't about public safety anymore. It's an abuse of discretion. Oh, no. I think that if you act this way, I think you need to get manhandled. I do. Like, this is the behavior of a child. It's the behavior of a third world child. If you want to act this way, go to Somalia. If you want to act this way, there are tons of countries that are open loot, full loot, PvP servers that you can do this in. But if you come to America, you come to a Western country, you take your citation and you say, "Thank you, officer." And if you can't do that, you gotta go. Yeah, shouldn't have flagged for PvP.
Chill out, Mom. I'm not just calling. Yes, I'm not touching. Mom, please chill out, Mom. Mom, please chill out, Mom. Don't touch me.
Mom, please shut up. Even her own son is tired of this bitch. Even her own son is like, "Oh my God, Mom, just like, please, dude." The worst thing is the kid. Wow. Imagine your kid is more level-headed than you are.
I'm not stepping out of shit.
Please.
You're not a fucking supervisor. You're not the supervisor. Call your supervisor. A supervisor. I'm not stepping out of nothing.
Has there ever been an instance where being violent, aggressive, and screaming at the police officer has caused the police officer to be like, "Oh, well, you know what? Never mind. You're not under arrest anymore. No, you're free to go. No, there's no more consequences for you. Yeah, no, you can keep going. No, it's fine."
I'm pretty bad at now.
You win. It's over.
Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me.
I've never seen this happen.
I'm the supervisor. I'm not stepping out of nothing. Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me.
That was really quick. It's harder than it looks, but yeah, I could have probably gotten on it.
Not me. Get your hands off me. You're touching me. Give me the ticket. You're touching me forcibly. You're holding me too tight, and you're being out of line. Y'all see this, right?
Sir, I'm sorry. Can she just get the ticket?
No, you stop.
He's trying to talk for her. Bro, this guy's trying to translate. He's like, "Oh, wait, sir, please, can you just, okay, here, just give me the ticket," something like that. You've got to do something. Oh my God.
Why are you holding my arm like this?
Because I gave you the
Why?
ticket.
No, you
Then
did
you
not. You
proceeded to
dropped
throw
the ticket,
I
not
put it
me.
in your
I
car.
told you I did not
You
want it.
proceeded to
You
throw it out
dropped
of the
it.
car.
You dropped it. You're doing too much. I'm not afraid of you. Get your
That's
hand
fine.
off of
But
me.
I've asked you
You're
to step
holding
out of
me
the car.
forcibly for no reason.
Because you need to
Get
step
your
out of the
fucking
car.
hands off
Step
me.
out of the car.
Uh-oh.
No, what am I stepping out of?
Uh-oh.
What I can do to get you to comply.
They never shut up. Yeah, you dropped the ticket.
Ticket.
No, the thing is that, again, people that act this way, these are the kinds of people that, never mind.
No, I did not.
Never
You did
mind.
that.
He said
You
take
threw
the
the
ticket
ticket at
I
me.
gave it to you so
You
you
threw
could
the ticket at
and then
me.
you grabbed it
Okay,
and threw it out.
give me the
It's on
ticket.
your phone video.
Give me the ticket.
No,
Give me the
we're
ticket.
past that.
Okay.
You're under
Right.
arrest. Step
For
out of the
what?
car, littering.
Okay.
Yes.
Step out of the
No,
car.
I'm not.
You're under arrest.
No,
You-
when
she's not gonna do
when
it.
your colonel gets here,
I'm not gonna do what the police say. No, this is it.
We
then
are
I will
beyond
step
that.
out.
Step
I'm not
out.
getting out of the car. I'm with my child, and I'm not
I
doing
I
it.
think that it hit her. Even her son is just like, "Holy fuck, are you kidding me?"
Father right now.
Step out of the car.
I'm not.
Step
I'm
out
not.
of the
I'll
car.
step out when another officer.
I'll
gets
step
here.
out.
I'm not
Step
stepping out.
out.
I don't trust you. You're holding me too strong, and I don't
Because
trust you.
I don't
You don't
trust
have
you
to
She
hold
about to
me
get
like-
dragged
I'm not
out.
touching
She
you. What am I gonna
she
do?
thinks it
I'm
get
not
dragged
gonna do
out.
it. I'm not stepping out of the car.
Let's go.
Call your colonel, and I will get
Let's
out of
go.
the car. You're holding me. I'm not
Uh-oh,
resisting
uh-oh.
arrest.
Oh.
I'm not. What am I under arrest?
I was doing very bad there too.
Her
You
lawyer
did-
posted
no, I did
this?
not. You did that.
No way.
It's all on camera. So when your colonel gets here, then I will step out. I have my child with me.
I am
I'm not
in
getting
court.
out of the.
Yeah.
You have a. You have
Her
a
child with
supervisor.
you? No, more like he's got his child with him. What are you talking about?
I am the
So when
supervisor.
What are you talking about?
Gets here, then I will step out of the car. Call someone
You
else.
crazy
Crazy
bitch.
Come here. There is someone else.
What the
There is
Yeah.
someone else. Let me call 911.
Stop.
Get your
Wait,
phone.
wait, please, sir, stop. Wait, stop, sir, please stop. Wait, stop, please stop. Wait, stop, sir, stop, please. Wait, please, stop. No, stop, please, I'm scared, stop. Wait, stop, please. Wait, please, stop, sir. Wait, stop, please.
I don't know what he's.
All over a ticket, bro.
Oh, like,
all over a ticket. Wow.
Oh,
It's
Charter?
Franklin. I know. Bro, this is adult daycare. Literal adult daycare. She's stupid? I know. She's so fucking stupid. What a dumb fucking bitch, man. Oh my god, I love to see this. So deserved? I know. And so why is obeying the law so hard for these people? Because the reason why is that they are, they don't have they're stupid. They're stupid, they got small brains, right? And so, like, they're dumb, and because of that, they're unable to conceptualize the idea of consequences, right? So, like, they do something that's, like, really bad. It puts them in a bad situation, and, like, they never understand, like, you know, how did I get in this situation? What is it that I did that put me in this situation? They never think like this. They never do at all. And, yeah, they've been protected since Obama. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, if it was in my in my perfect world, I'm going to be honest, right? In my perfect world, this is the way it would always be. It would be. The moment that bitch, like, I would honestly, I think they need to tase people more. I think they do. Because, like, these officers might get hurt dealing with these animals. But I think just get like a cattle prod or something like that. The moment that, like, one of them starts crashing out, just bzz, shut the fuck up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Bzz, the fuck out of here. Yeah, don't tase me, bro. No, that's going to be the norm, right? And I think that's how it should be. We need cruel and unusual punishment back. Disrespecting a police officer is a good sign a cop will be harmed. Absolutely, man. I got a warning for driving insanely fast on the highway. The only thing I said was yes, sir. When he asked about doing military servant, watching my cam back, I said yes, sir, 14 times. Well, what I do usually is I just act like a normal person. Like, whenever I get pulled over, I don't say, am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? I'm not being detained, am I? I need to go, wait, listen, officer, there's something really important. I can't do this. No, wait, what do you, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a United States citizen. What's your badge number? Who's your commanding officer? I need to talk to him right now. I need to drive away, right? I don't feel safe right now. Oh my God, my chest hurts. Oh no. Like, before you start doing this, right?
Why are you good?
I just say, all right, what did I do? What's wrong?
The Diamond 3, maybe that
With
explains.
the craziest shit.
I'm barely Diamond 2.
There was one time I was driving to school. I was in college. No registration, expired license plate, no insurance, no inspection.
Even has the champ.
That's a bad combination.
Pin champ.
And the cop pulls me over because he runs my plates. And he's like, okay. And he's like, asked me for everything. And he's like, okay, well, I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have any of these other things. And so then he's like, well, do you have a driver's license? I said, yes.
I don't know how he's beating me by that much, though. I actually beat a couple.
Drive this car. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
They're way worse at one.
And he goes, just fucking fix it. Just fucking fix it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fix it. He's like, okay, great. And that was it. I never had to worry about it after that. Yep, never had to worry about it. Never had to think about it at all. It's insane that people think white privilege still exists. Well, that's because people that think white privilege exists are the ones that are yelling and screaming and acting like fucking animals like her. That's the reason why. Is that somebody will hear that story and then think that it happened because I'm white. No, it happened because I wasn't rude, obnoxious, and stupid. That's the reason why. Just don't be violent and aggressive, and you're going to probably have things be just fine. Comply with the police. There is a process to this. The process is you comply with the police, and if you think they did something wrong, you file a complaint or you sue them later on. You don't get to, basically, you don't get to have a sudden death trial the moment that you get arrested. Like, that's not how it works. You don't get to be your own lawyer. You know, your car isn't the courtroom. That's not how it works. Chris Rock, yeah, there it is. Yes, compliance privilege. Imagine that. But oh, here we go. Explosive attacks hits a Jewish school in Amsterdam. Wow, we haven't had one of these for a few hours. An explosion damaged an outer wall of a Jewish school in Boulevard overnight. Fortunately, there were no reported injuries. So we have another group of, I'm sure who could possibly be doing this, right? It's, I'm sure, a huge mystery. Total mystery. 20 over. Yeah, did you hear about Carg Island? I did. I didn't even really talk about that, did I? But I did see this, too. So this is... I'm going to listen to this guy.
I just have no patience for getting dragged in to, frankly, culture war issues that are being invented by the people that don't want us talking about raising their taxes.
This is total bullshit, by the way. The culture war issues were invented by people that wanted to invent genders. That's the reason. That's the actual purpose of it. So what it is now is they're trying to basically, they're trying to reframe the conversation around taxes because they're trying to, like, I read this here. Leftists play this game where they start culture war fights. Then when they start losing because their views on those issues were unpopular, they act like the fights they started were a distraction created by the right to avoid talking about real issues. So this is it. I hate people that are like
That's
this.
why it exists.
If you don't want these culture war issues to be issues, then acquiesce and then let the other side decide them. But the reality is that you want your culture war issues to be and you want everybody else to have to basically comply with them. That's what these people are actually asking for. They're saying that, oh, well, everybody should just comply with what my social opinions are because I have the right economic opinions. Well, that's not what's going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
And every single breath we take, just discussing culture war stuff that, quite frankly, has very little material reality for any of us.
Then stop fighting on it. If you think that the culture war stuff really doesn't matter, then stop fighting on it. But this is the type of man. I guess I should. This is like female PvP. This is like women that sneak diss each other and they say like, oh, wow, you look just like, they have like their friend and their friend is more attractive than they are. And so they have to find ways that they can like convince their friend to be uglier. So they try to gaslight their friend into cutting their hair really short or shaving their head or, like dressing older or something like that. Like this is the type of, oh, I'm not in PvP mode, but I'm actually in PvP mode. What he wants to do is he wants for his culture war issues to just be assumed realities and then run on the economic issues and then Trojan horse trans kids into the country. That's not what's going to happen. I think that nobody should buy into this bullshit. This is the same type of, I think this is very effective for like a podcast bro. Like, I'm not going to think about anything at all, like total vibes. But the moment that you like really sit down and think about it, these are the people that have been pushing these culture war issues the entire time. Everything was totally fine before we had men competing in women's sports. Everything was totally fine before we had, more than two genders. So who started that? You did. So now that you started it, now you want to move away from it. No. That if you want to move away from it, then stop fighting it.
Every breath we take on that is a breath that we are not talking about universal health care.
Yeah.
It is a breath we are not talking about going after wealth.
What do you think has more of an effect on your life? The war in Iran or men competing in women's sports? I think there's something more important in play here. I'm going to pull you up and I want to explain something to you. So, how can I agree? Is the rich guy talking about these relevant issues? Let me explain to you. If these aren't important, then why won't they just let other people be able to decide the issues? If these issues truly don't matter, like you say, why won't they just stop bringing up these issues and stop trying to advocate for them? No, think about it. Why is that the case? I'm European. I don't care about those social issues. I care about inflation. Well, no, answer the question. Like, I don't know what you, like, I'm saying, like, why is that? Saying it does matter? Yeah, pretty simple. Say it again. Why is it that if you're saying these issues don't matter, then why doesn't he just let other people have their way with them? If they actually don't matter. Because you're saying, oh, these social issues don't matter. There's no reason why anybody should care about them. So, okay, then just let somebody else make the decision. If they actually don't matter. They matter to a very small minority of people. Okay. So what does that have to do with what I said? Yeah, that's got nothing to do with what I said. Like, why not just, okay, well, if
That's a crazy goal, by the way.
Why not just let it go? Yeah, very simple question.
That's a crazy goal.
I'm not saying certain issues are not bad. I'm saying it's bad to tunnel vision on the social issues. If somebody believed in flat Earth, would you be able to trust their judgment on anything else? Like, if they actually believed the Earth was legitimately flat, would you trust their judgment on anything else? Obviously, no. I think a lot of people feel that way about there being two genders. I think a lot of people feel that way about men playing in women's sports. And they think that this is a frame indicator, a judgment indicator, that if your judgment is so impaired that you cannot come to the conclusion that there are two genders and men should not play in women's sports, then we can't trust you to make decisions for anything else. Does that make sense to you? That's the way that I feel. This is such a ridiculous, silly, crazy thing to imagine. How could you possibly trust a person like that after they've expressed that viewpoint?
That's crazy.
I think I agree with women competing in women's sport. I'm saying it's stupid to fight on this issue. The world is already burning down as we speak. If the world is burning down as we speak, would you trust a flat earther to solve that problem? Would you trust somebody who's a flat earther? I'm not, like, I don't know why. Brother, what are you talking about? It's a very simple concept. I wouldn't vote for a flat earth. So then you agree with me. Do you think that it is equally ridiculous and retarded? Like, I think that it is more obviously evident that there are two genders than that the earth is flat. An average person goes through life and they observe that there are two genders all the time. They perceive this in their everyday life on a regular basis, on an hourly basis. Every minute of every day, they are watching TV. This is constantly in front of them. An average person is never going to be able to be in a position in their life where they're going to even think about whether the earth is round or not. I think that you are much more regularly confronted with the reality that there are two genders than the reality that the earth is not flat. So if you can't come to the conclusion that there are two genders, your judgment is impaired to a degree
That was close
that
to
I
not
can't
being.
trust you to make decisions for anything. That's my mentality. I can't trust you to think for anybody else because your judgment is so fundamentally impaired that you are unable to identify a very obvious reality that you interact with on a moment-to-moment, day-to-day basis. Do you understand, like, do you understand why this is important? There are two genders, that's it, I know, man. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this, but for some reason it's hard for people to understand. And by the way, okay, somebody gifted 50 subs on Rumble. Bro, we're in the right place, aren't we? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Keep in mind, I'm here on all the other platforms. I'm here for you guys. I am a multi-millionaire, okay? I don't need anybody's fucking money. I don't need anybody's support. You want to support me with Rumble Wallet or a gifted sub, that's nice. But you're better off taking your girlfriend out to a nice dinner, your wife out, your mother out, whoever out for a nice dinner. That's the truth. I'm totally financially stable. I don't need your money. I appreciate your money, but I certainly don't need it. And the odds are you could probably use it more for yourself than what I would use it. All I'm going to do is it's going to be another coin onto the pile of gold, right? And so just keep that in mind, guys. I always try to remind people of that. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate it. So and what are you actually doing with the money? Well, we're going to, I don't know, different stuff, right? And so anyway, let me go back. There's two genders. So I just want to pull it up. So
That was a good shot.
My point that I'm making, that a person who can't come to
Crazy how I almost
two
killed
genders
it.
is a person whose judgment is impaired to a degree that they can't be trusted to fix the world. Like, I just want you to see my point of view with this. I want you to understand this, because this is something that a lot of people need to figure out. Like, I was going to write something about this, but I just haven't really, I haven't really felt like it. Like, I need to do more things besides just streaming. I do. I'm so lazy. I'm such a piece of shit. I understand your point, but I wouldn't instantly dismiss the guy wanting a better healthcare for the community because of the gender.
I thought it was good.
I would instantly dismiss.
He wasn't.
Anybody who, how could you trust a person on healthcare who doesn't understand one of the fundamental differences in healthcare between men's health and women's health? How could you possibly trust a person like that? Would you trust a surgeon that didn't believe in washing their hands? Would you trust an archaeologist who thought the earth was 6,000 years old? Would you trust a driver that was blind? Of course not. Any other avenue, this immediately is retarded. It is instantaneously retarded to such a degree that it is so very clearly fucking ridiculous. No to all three, exactly. And I understand your point. Yes, you cannot trust people that can't come to the conclusion that there are two genders. You cannot trust people that come to the conclusion that kids can be trans. You cannot trust them. Their judgment is impaired. And it is impaired to such a degree that they refute their everyday experiences on a day-to-day basis. That level of cognitive dissonance is scary. You can't let that happen. So I just want y'all to understand this. I work in healthcare. There are two genders. Everything else is a mental illness. Listen, they ruined my... Brother, now we are talking. Now we are talking. I completely agree with you. Never listen to these clowns that are trying to cosplay as the average, rugged American man, while at the same time running defense for 7-year-olds being transed. Okay? Never listen to this.
Where it's been hoarded.
Corporate
monopoly power in this country.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to be focusing on. But we do not sell people out. I refuse.
Okay, well then you care about it more than that. There it is.
I refuse to accept that is necessary in politics. A politics
it absolutely is.
That is willing to sell anyone out will eventually sell everyone out.
No, it won't. No, that's not even true. No, and this is the type of, again, I think this is the perfect, millennial, Gen X, low IQ, podcast level opinion where every guy is like, yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, like the Epstein thing, yeah. But the thing is that this is just a way for them to Trojan horse another level of identity politics into culture and then make people assume that it's normal. Do
Well,
not
it's-
accept
that's-
this even for a second. If they want to burn everything down because they want 7-year-olds to be trans, then get used to the heat. That's what I think. Too bad. I feel like you're painting for a broad stroke. I am not. I am not. I know exactly what they're doing. It's obvious what they're doing. And all or nothing, zero tolerance type of take, no nuance or critical thought in their arguments. Yes, and this is the reason why you can't take it seriously at all. You know, identity politics is coming back real time. It's so stupid. I don't really think it's coming back, but it's annoying. I'll tell you that. And have you seen Cuban protests storming the government building? I have, excuse me. So here's another one. Switching gears. You know, true, you're not discussing the details, bro. They have
What
no
does
interest in
Vale
discussing the
mean?
details. They don't want to discuss the details. They want to put a narrative out there. They want people to accept their narrative, and I think that nobody should be able to question it. And they view it as selling people out whenever you tell them that they're not able to be a third gender that they invented. No. No, we're not doing that. That's over. It's done.
Although it is being used online in a way that is meant to say, screw you, Jew.
Screw you, Jew! From
Okay.
Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, I didn't say that. Before you clip it, I didn't say that. Ted Cruz said that.
Used in a context very directly to say, I hate Jews, and that's almost an online code word. Christ is king is, I hate the Jews.
Is that your view, or you've...
Saying Christ is king means that you hate the Jews. I hate to say it, but nowadays on the internet, there's a lot of people saying Christ is king.
Why do you say that?
Because you see the people who are saying it, and they're saying it in that context. They're
Yeah.
saying Jews are horrible, good, like they're attacking Jews, and they end
It's
with
wild.
Christ
It
is
is.
king, to make it sound like somehow.
I really don't understand this mutation
I don't-
of evangelicalism where
What Christ
American
is?
Christians have
It's-
psyop themselves.
I don't even
into
care that
thinking
Christ.
that they are servants for God's chosen people, the Jews in Israel. Like, it's basically a cuck religion. It is. It's a total cuck religion. Like, how do you do this?
Now there's a biblical basis for attacking Jews. Look, Jesus was a Jew.
Jesus
and
was
by
a Jew.
the way, the twisted theology that says
Mhm.
Jews are Christ killers, and that's been used to justify anti-Semitism, to justify persecution and murder. Look, as I read the Gospels, Jesus went to the cross willingly. He made the choice to go
Yeah.
to the cross, and it was not the Jews who killed Jesus. It was me. It was you.
What?
Look, Jesus died for our sins because man is fallen.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, what he's saying, like, this is self-referential.
I don't even know what he's saying either. It's like some cruise.
It's not because of man is fallen or anything else. The entire idea with Jesus is that he redeemed, like, the Old Testament is the fallen world that is the remnants of the betrayal of Adam and Eve against God. That is the reason why God was so brutal and evil and terrible, and he killed people like crazy. Then the New Testament comes out, and Jesus is the Redeemer. He is the one that destroys original sin. He is the one that makes it to where you no longer live with that guilt. This is crazy. Oh my God.
And the wages of sin is death. And Jesus took on the punishment that you deserve and I deserve so that we could be covered in his blood and receive salvation, not through works, not through what we do, but through the gift of God.
There it is. And so Jews too, yeah, of course. And so, yeah, he forgave everybody. Like, the removal of original sin, this is in, like, the Christian, mythology or lore. Like, this wasn't like Jews lost original sin or Africans lost original sin. Chinese lost it. Everybody lost it. It was on the entirety of humanity, and
A
then it was
million
removed
persons
from the
created.
entirety of humanity. It's not like there was a group that had it and a group that didn't. That's not what happened. So this entire concept of this, I think that basically what he's doing, this is my opinion, okay? This is just my opinion. But I think his messaging here is that Christians were the ones, and average people were the ones that killed Jesus, and it effectively creates a second psychological original sin that these evangelicals feel like they need to offset the burden of that original sin by being subservient to Israel. That's what I think is happening. I do. I think that's what's happening with this type of Christianity, and I think it's disgusting. I think it's very disgusting. I don't like it. Not at all. No, I don't think so at all. Is Ted overseas? It's guilt tripping. It is. It's guilt tripping. He said that. And that makes, what is this here? That makes sense? I think so. That's not what he said at all.
Who killed Jesus? It was me. It was you. Look, Jesus died for our sins.
What?
Because man is fallen.
Man is no longer fallen. Man has been redeemed through Jesus Christ. This is in the lore. It's in the lore. How do you not know this? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. It's such a lie. It's what a bunch of bullshit. Oh my fucking God. And our sins, what the fuck are you talking about? Our sins. Our sins. That is a inclusive term that implies ownership of him and the interviewer, and I am assuming everybody else that's watching. What a joke. Total joke. Total joke. This type of Christianity needs to die. It is awful. It's heresy. It is an insult. And again, I'm a Roman Catholic, or I used to be. I was raised a Roman Catholic. I hear this, and it sounds like bullshit to me, okay? This is like professional cuck Christianity, all right? Cuck Christianity to Israel. It's bullshit. It's heresy. It is. It's total fucking heresy. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. It's fucking ridiculous. And we Orthodox don't believe in the subservient crap. Well, y'all don't even believe in the Pope. I know that. I can see why. I mean, I respect that. I do. I you know, again, like it's cultural. I think that's the reason. I respect Orthodoxy, absolutely. And Catholics are pagans too. Catholics are pagans? No, they're not. No, we killed all the pagans. Remember like we did that for like a few hundred years. Right? He doesn't know anything. He's a New Age disciplined evangelical lunatic. Compare him with Eastern Orthodox Christian. It's a massive difference. Yeah. And Cruz and Cuck go together well? I guess so. And Christ is the Redeemer, but you cannot be redeemed if you do not accept redemption. Well, I think that you're talking about two separate things. Like redemption, like accepting redemption is confession. But you are redeemed as a baseline. I think that's different. And especially if you're baptized. But we can talk about that more. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because I'm very annoyed hearing that shit. I am. I'm extremely fucking annoyed. So we've had also, take a look at this. Oh, here we go. Let me go back. I'll scroll down. And, man. This is them talking about Islam. Oh boy, here we go. You didn't kill the mall. We crushed you in the Baltics. Yeah, we got gassed out. That's just what happens. Yeah, we just took over everywhere else. It's okay.
Islam is probably the most like feminist, Islam is probably the most like feminist,
Islam is the most feminist religion
there is. Like
there is
very much protective of.
Yes,
women.
it is certainly Middle Eastern countries that are most well known for their feminism and freedom for women.
Yeah.
It is.
The Middle East.
If they're practicing Islam, yes.
So you're saying they're all practicing it incorrectly everywhere, including Mecca?
I mean, if they're oppressing people, of course, yeah.
Then they're doing it correctly?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't live there.
So listen, I wasn't even trying to talk, Islam. I was just trying to go off of your engagements, and I didn't know you converted. But I mean, to say that the Middle East is the most feminist part of the world is curious.
Well, she didn't say the Middle East is the most feminist.
She did.
No, she said Islam.
Of which the Middle East is the home of. I mean, Indonesia is the most populated Muslim country, obviously, but, you know, the core, where it spread from in their colonization efforts, was from the Middle East.
colonization efforts.
Well, all religions colonize, absolutely. This is one of the more recent ones.
I mean, Indonesia and even the
Of
Philippines.
course, the Middle East is colonized. What do you mean? Like, of course they've colonized people. Like, wait a minute. I didn't. Is this a debatable topic now?
At one point,
I thought
mean,
everybody knew this.
That was by Muslim traders, right? They just went over there.
Yeah, sure,
And
but
then
when you
introduced
pushed into
them that way.
Africa, and especially Spain.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there was an
I mean, come on,
empire. There was
trust
an
me.
empire, all right.
There was an empire, and the Christians that
There was a
the
big
back,
empire.
all bad. Not a big
Yes.
crusade guy. I don't
No.
really like killing in the name of religion.
No,
Either way.
no, yeah.
But you're telling me women are more free in Islam than any other religion?
I mean, I feel like
Listen,
I mean, I feel like, okay, here we go.
I'm convert to Islam. I don't care. Islam's fine. I don't have a problem with Islam as a whole. But when you come here and you say it is the best religion, most feminist religion for women, you're gonna lose me here based on everything
Based on everything. Yeah.
we see in the literal world.
I mean, it's,
With the most theocratic regimes being Islamic right now, with the least freedoms for women and most violence against women than any other countries.
Yes.
I think that's all because of media portrayal. I don't.
What a stupid bitch. Oh my god.
Genuinely believe that's the type of
Only a fat person could come up with this. Only a fat person could invent such an elaborate delusion. A skinny person could never even imagine thinking this way.
What?
yes, it's
the media.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that they are portraying these countries in a certain light, and that
So when women had a lot of freedom under an oppressive regime that was Western focused, dictatorship in Iran, don't get me wrong, not perfect, not purely defending Western, or Christian, or anti-Muslim. That's not what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But when they had that, women could go to school, women could work, women could go outside without wearing the outfit.
You're talking about Iran?
Iran, yeah, Iran.
So women don't work or go to school there? Check your facts, Caleb. Work
you
and go to
think
school.
they have
Yeah.
the same freedoms they had before it became a theocratic regime?
Well, by freedom, what is your definition? That women.
By freedom, what's your definition? Okay. What's your definition of freedom? Here we go.
Men can go out naked or what?
Naked? How about
I'm
just not
saying.
wearing the outfit without getting beaten? And
They get
locked up?
beaten? And
Yes.
locked up if they don't
The
wear it?
morality police? Yes.
Oh, okay.
What? Yes. Again, this is not an anti-Muslim thing I'm talking about. But when you are going to come here, I'm sorry, this
Yes.
conversation is derailed out of the gate. Usually it derails a little further. And say it's the most feminist, that goes against everything that everyone can see with their eyes right now in all countries. In Saudi Arabia, they just got the right to drive a couple years ago.
I remember I had a friend tell me about that. He was in Saudi Arabia. He said that, well, he was my friend, so you can imagine what he said.
A literal couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You would be beat in Iran if you took the scarf off.
Yeah.
no, I mean,
What, you get beat in San Diego? Is that what you were about to say?
No.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think the American government has officers around beating you for not wearing certain things.
not necessarily in that regard, but
Not at all in that regard, actually.
Yeah,
I
not
think
at
what
all.
she's saying is the media had a certain portrayal. No. The media had a certain portrayal.
What was that
and then she
portrayal?
met, and then she met me. What's your
And this is the problem is that I don't know why people go so hard to defend obvious bad behavior. This, I think, is doing so much negative PR for like anything Islamic. It's crazy. The amount of like obfuscation around like, oh guys, I
That's
wonder if
true.
Iran is nice to women. Like it's so bad. Like just say that, listen, that's the way they do it over here. Like it's the same as like, I mean, in Poland, they don't let people get abortions. Well, we let people get abortions here for the most part. So like, you know, that's just, it's the way they do it over there. It's the way we do it over here. It's just not the same. Like, I don't know why you can't just say that.
saying right now? And then she met me.
Well, but what
and she-
I'm saying is true in those
Yep.
cultures, in
yes,
the theocratic regimes.
those cultures, but not
Those
Muslims. Here's
Well,
the
I'm
thing.
not-
Those-
No, you're not.
Muslims,
No,
but
no,
she's
no.
saying that culture is
That's
the most
fine.
feminist, but those states
Yeah.
that are led from
Yeah.
Islamic principles are the least feminist states
Yeah.
in the entire world.
Well, it
and if we're
depends on what you say about Islamic principles as well.
they say
They
they're
say- just 'cause-
theocratic.
They can say all they want. That doesn't mean they actually
are practicing
do it.
the principle.
Okay, well,
It's-
are we
it's
going to do the whole
our
thing that
control,
Christians do with shellfish and a bunch of shit like that?
No,
Where we
no,
pick
no,
and
no.
choose what we like
No.
depending on our world
No,
values?
no,
Because you
of
guys
course
are
not.
more Western?
No, but here's the thing. This is
Jesus.
what I'm going to say. Okay, because
Okay.
I think what she's trying to say is this: when we
Are you guys in
started,
debt?
we're in so much debt.
Okay, then you're not following Islam.
Uh-oh.
principles.
That's true.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow.
Then what the f- are you gonna tell me?
Honestly, I love this guy. He is so based.
What am I going to tell you?
Holy
What,
shit.
you're not following it then?
We do our best. It's not about just being perfect.
Yes.
Well, it is. You do the best you can.
Yeah.
But
That's why you go further into debt. That's
Yeah.
doing the best you can.
I mean,
And the best they can is throwing people off a bridge, right? Or like beating women for not wearing a scarf. I don't see why you can't just acknowledge those things are bad without going into a full-on defense of a religion. There's plenty of people that are of that religion that don't think that. So just look at the action and then say whether the action is bad. If you need to ascribe an ideology to an action to defend the action, it's probably because it's a bad action. I don't know why people don't understand this.
yeah,
we're
pretty
failing on that front.
It's
I mean, I don't care that you reverted to Islam. I
Yeah.
surround myself with people who have
Someone's
Islam.
charging
Like we've had
infinitism.
people that
Yeah.
work here that are Muslim. I don't give a f- about that. I don't really care. As long as you don't shove,
Yeah.
just like Christian, as long as you're not shoving it down someone's throat, I don't give a f-
Nobody
But
cares.
what you said
Yeah.
about women is dangerous.
It is.
Because women are being oppressed and
Because
killed.
it's up to
And as
people.
someone that
No,
actually
I
wants freedom,
No, I know. I'm very, very glad to see this. You ever watched Sam Sarmoon? He explains a lot of the issues of Islam. Oh, I've seen plenty of stuff about it, right? I have. But I'm very glad to see Caleb calling this out. I think more people do need to call it out. And it's just, again, I don't have a problem with people being whatever religion they want, but, like, you don't get to decide reality. You don't get to you know, like, fucking edit out reality and be like, oh, no, this is actually, everybody's doing it wrong, including me.